Last week's video, the quality of that was shit. I should say that. Hey guys, it's Lita. Hope you're all amazing, and if you are not, I hope my video puts a smile on your beautiful faces and makes you laugh. It's all about laughs today, particularly the show we're going to be talking about today in the video. I realized last week's video quality was horrible. Grainy, the lighting was not great. Yeah, I'm trying now never to record at night. Trying in the day, no idea. My mum's staring at me through the window as I record. For those that are new or have been here for a while, back in a video I did covering the anime Bloom Into You, I announced at the end of the video that I would be doing something different I have a fair balance of talking about anime and manga, and that is to talk about new and old anime, but do one in intervals. So one time I'll talk about new anime, the next will be old, new, and so forth. Just so I have a fair balance of talking about new shows and old shows. Mostly I decided to start this up because I've not watched quite a few new shows. Now when I say new shows, I mean ones from 2016 to now. Grand portion of shows that are popular, like for example, Made in Abyss, One Punch Man, those kind of shows that I have not seen. So don't consider these kind of videos like a review or anything. My thoughts are going to be very sporadic. I'm tired of the whole review layout. Let's talk about the characters. Let's talk about the sound. Let's talk about, the plot. Nah, I can't do that anymore. Back in the day, I was so stuck on that. Now, no. We get lazy. People find more enjoyment in just you talking about whatever comes at your mouth. Last video I covered Mobile Fighter G Gundam, which was a 90s glorious Gundam show that I completely fell in love with. That Gundam, I feel, was so good for people who want to give the Gundam franchise a go or are not into mecha in particular. And I said it was like a Gundam street fight with a twisting plot in the background. There's two things going on, and how they mesh together well is great. It comes with all the usual 90s shenanigans, that grand English dubness. So good it was. This time we're talking about a series that aired last June in 2018. And I took on a request from one of my friends, because sometimes I like to ask my friends, is there a series you would like for me to talk about here on the channel? And I asked my friend Gero, who's a very good friend of mine, and he wanted me to talk about Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. Love is Hard for Otaku is 11 episodes long. It is by A1 Pictures. Surprised it was by A1 Pictures. I think the last series I attempted to get back into was Asterisk War, but no, that wasn't happening. I think A1 Pictures redeemed themselves for me with definitely Wotakoi. I never thought there would be an anime catering to the real perception of what it is like to be, you know, an anime fan or otaku in real life. But this centered not just on your average otaku life, this centered on dating otakus and what it actually can be like. And for 11 episodes, so good. The relation that I definitely have seen on Twitter and whatever when people were talking about this, that how strongly relatable they felt to this series, and I'm just one of them many that's joined the fan club because this show nails it on the head. This story focuses on 4 co-workers who work all in an office together, and that is Hirotaka, who is your otaku who loves playing video games. We have Narumi, who is your Fujoshi. She loves her boys love and definitely her video games. We have Hanako, who loves cosplay and boys love and yaoi. Then we have casual otaku Taro, who loves bishonen, who loves a bit of Yuri. He loves, you know, the pretty girls in the visual games. And Hanako and Taro are a couple. And eventually Narumi and Hirotaka start dating together because they were childhood friends. Narumi and Hirotaka, they meet at work because when Narumi starts a job. And Narumi is so tired of dating like average guys because they can't accept her for who she is. She always seems to pick the bad dudes. And then Hirotaka puts to her, why don't we date? Since we have the same interests, why don't we just date? And the show focuses on both these couples, how they are with each other, how they interact with each other as otakus, what is it like in their daily life. Particularly the aspect is great on Hirotaka and Narumi. And this show, you cannot fault on anything. All the only negative I could give is that why is there no more episodes? I was pining for the series to develop like on Hirotaka and Narumi's like relationship, but this show is cute and funny, especially funny, hilarious. The 4 main characters, they are so lovable. Hirotaka was probably the funniest out of all of them. You know, he's very, very introvert. And, you know, he's never had a girlfriend. And it's not until like towards the end of, I think, episode 10 or 11, there's a part where Narumi and Hirotaka do something out of their comfort zone. Instead of going to the comic book shop or going to the arcade to play video games, you know, they go to the amusement park. And that was hilarious. Because some stuff gets a bit serious. Just with like, in the attempt of Hirotaka trying to kiss Narumi. But, you know, he's as awkward as a clam. All of the 4 of them together have definitely a great vibe going. Narumi and Hanako, you can just, you know, relate to. If you love, you know, your yaoi boys love, you know, like me. There's a favorite part I love. I think it happened in episode 2 where all of them decide to go to the bookshop. Narumi and Hanako go to a particular book section in the store, and it's the boys love one, and it's like, Narumi's like, I would recommend this one, it's so good. You know what, that reminded me of like a real life situation where that exactly happened to me. You know, I'm like to my friend, this is so good, this one, you need to check this out. Oh god, it is so funny, so freaking funny. And like you got Hirotaka and Taro just ignoring them, like totally both. Hysterical. And then there's another moment where there's it involves Hirotaka and Taro, and Narumi and Hanako are taking pictures of them for certain reasons. I'm not gonna spoil it because it's hysterical. You won't see it coming. That completely surprised me. And I was like, oh god, yes. I was thinking in the moment that is what I would do at a convention if people were doing that. Taking photos. So yeah, I'm not going to spoil that for you guys. I loved all of the characters. Even the side characters. There was only a couple, which was Hirotaka's younger brother, Naoya? Blah, blah, blah. I can't tell these Japanese names. Yeah, Naoya. That's it. Hirotaka's little brother's name. I love that he was not accustomed to like playing video games. Then he gets involved a bit more in the video game scene and he fails all the time. And this just shows about, you know, like a normie who's never played video games and everyone else, you know, is so well advanced in whatever game they're playing. You just feel like you're the odd one out, and oh my god, I related to that situation so much because I was really thinking back to another real life situation. The series had me thinking back to various real life situations, and it's just so nice to have a series like this, especially for anime fans, that you can just relate to. In regard to the dating part of this series, there is a post I'm going to link down below by a fellow blogger friend. by about something about Lin. Lin wrote a post for a group I'm a part of called Ours Bloggers, and we do like monthly blog tours every month talking about a particular topic using pop culture. And she chose to talk about Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. And it was during the month of our February tour, talking about love and dating and relationships. Because she goes through the misconceptions of otaku. You know, you think it's easy to, you know, date a fellow otaku. But she says a line in here that's actually kind of true that I thought, which was, if you are dating someone who has the exact same interests and habits like you are kind of dating yourself in a way, which can be really creepy if you think about it. Which I think is kind of true. You know, if you're dating someone exactly who has the same habits as you, it is kind of like you're dating yourself. I never thought of it at this angle. And I love that Lin brought up this little point in her post, and she goes on to talk about how, you know, you shouldn't have to hide who you are. You know, being otaku, you should be around people who can accept your weird self, and you shouldn't be around people that can't accept it. But also about, you know, the series, I think she says, and I felt while watching it, I think the series did a fantastic job emphasizing, you know, it's good to step out your comfort zone into different social groups, but there's a lot of us that are not like that. You know, and we all have our limits. You know, like for example, I loved more of the relation aspect. I loved on Hanako and Taro. They're completely polar opposites, and I love that there's little bits in the series, but I believe in the OVA it focuses on them pair and how they actually get together, because they're always arguing, and Hanako is always getting drunk, and whenever they go out to eat, and she kind of explodes and she says the truth a lot. You know, even though they're completely polar opposites on the otaku side of things, they still have things that they really like about each other. And there's a great part in an episode where Hanako really wants Taro to try and read some boys' love, and they argue about it, and then in the end Taro gives in and he decides to give the boys' love a read, and he says, oh hey, this isn't bad. So there's a lot of respect within their relationship. Just because they argue a lot, there's a lot of respect, and that's definitely a fundamental thing in any relationship. I also think with all the characters as well, that all of them, how they are in their little, you know, comfort little niche group, they will all, you know, have some low self-esteem to a degree that also Lin mentioned in her post, which I definitely agreed with, and that was relatable as well. Overall, this series was a absolute ripper of a series, especially for the demographic of josei. There is a manga for this. There's currently 6 volumes out, but I don't know when the next volume's coming out. I hear it's at the end of the year, but I definitely would love to check out the mangas, because they are by Kodansha, and they look beautiful. Like, these are quite thick books, they are. So hopefully I'll be picking them up at some point. Say at some point. But yeah, if you are just an anime fan, otaku, whatever, yeah, again, I love this show. And just because it's in the demographic of josei does not mean it's catered towards people in the early 30s like me. It is for any anime fan. Anybody is gonna relate to this, and it is a cracker of a series. So hysterical, so funny, and it's only 11 episodes. There is no dub for this, it's just in sub. I would love it if you all commented down below if you have watched this show, you agree with anything that I said in this video. If you really just loved it, you can, you know, spam your love about it down below. That's fine. No. But also definitely check out Lin's post down below, because it's a very, I think, relatable angle that she looked at for this series. So give that a look in, and I hope you enjoyed another little anime edition of new versus old. I don't know, I feel like I gotta give these series some sort of title, like new versus old. I don't know. And as usual, link things are down below, and I will see you guys next week, next Sunday, for another video. Bye bye for now.